It's July 21st, 1997, and this is episode 219 of WWF Monday Night Raw. Commentary for the night is Vince McMahon, JR, and Jerry the King Lawler. Raw is back in Canada and opens with singles action as Ken Shamrock takes on Vader with Paul Bearer. Before the match, we get pre-recorded comments from Shamrock. Shamrock says that he's beaten Vader before, and he'll beat him again tonight. He then addresses his upcoming match with the British Bulldog at SummerSlam, telling Bulldog that it'll be chow down time for the Bulldog when he beats him at SummerSlam.
Two men met. Vader suffered a broken nose and good strategy. Oh. Underneath the big buffalo. And there you go. That was a clubbing blows like a big grizzly bear. Wow. Shamrock. Vader with leverage. Goes up and down across Shamrock. And look at this. Anyone would in this no horse barn. Look out. Look out! Belly suplex. The eyes. Paul Bear just raked the eyes. Look out, Paul! Shamrock will go. There he goes. Disqualified. And now Vader dropping. Shamrock. Into his nose. Oh no! Come Shamrock. Uh-oh, look out. Oh no!
During the match, the British Bulldog heads out and slams Ken Shamrock on the ramp. Due to the outside interference, Vader would win the match by a countout, handing Shamrock his first singles loss in the WWF. After a commercial break, we get a backstage promo from Baracus, hyping up his arrival to the WWF. Next, we move to the ring where Vince McMahon calls the Hart Foundation to the ring. Bret panders to the Canadian fans as he cuts a promo on America. Bret says that the Americans are hiding and are too afraid, as not one of them have answered his challenge tonight for a flag match. Bret then calls out the Undertaker, saying we don't have to wait until SummerSlam, and suggests they have their title match here tonight. The British Bulldog then tells Shamrock there's plenty more where that came from, addressing his attack on Shamrock prior to the commercial break. Owen then calls out Stone Cold, saying that if Austin is any kind of man, he'll answer the challenge of tonight's flag match. Austin then heads out. Austin says that being back in Canada is a living hell. Austin then tells Owen that we don't have to wait until SummerSlam, because he accepts the Hart Foundation's flag match challenge for tonight. After a commercial break, we're told that Gorilla Monsoon has suspended Los Boricuas and the Disciples of Apocalypse for 1 week after their brawl last week on Raw. It's also announced that the two factions will face off in an 8-man tag match at SummerSlam. It's now time for light heavyweight action, as Brian Christopher takes on Brian Walsh.
I've heard just about enough about this Canadian Patriot. This Indiana, the Legion of Doom. Monkey flip. Oh! There we go. And look at this takedown. Oh! Hey! Oh! What a... I don't know, but you think everybody will bring American flag, Christopher? WWF continuing to recruit worldwide. Referring to Brian Christopher as my child. Kings don't have monster German we saw earlier at Progress. Oh, no! To originally be from Canada. Right now, one of the Americans caught in midair. Did you bring your son up here? Oh! You got Christopher. Look at this. Forgot about it.
Brian Christopher wins the match with a diving leg drop. Next, we see a video package for the Truth Commission, who will be making an appearance on Raw next week. Next up is a triple threat tag team match. The Godwinns versus the Blackjacks versus the Headbangers. The winning team will get a tag team title shot next week on Raw.
Team to score a decision by pinfall or submission. And it's Walsh in there. Manson would be proud, I know that. On there now, Bradshaw right in the boot, a big hissing crowd here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy! Oh, and Dude Love! Wow! Tag team. Well, but everyone here in Halifax is being a strike 1 and 2 and oh my. Leaving it one-on-one. You know, if the Godwinns are successful here, they could theory against the Legion of Doom with tag. Oh my! With tag such as settling the score with the Godwinns, that's going to happen in a continent. One thing about these triple threat rules, though. Oh, that's impressive.
Phineas Godwinn nails Blackjack Wyndham with a bucket, allowing Henry Godwinn to pick up the victory. The Godwinns will now challenge Stone Cold and Dude Love next week on Raw for the WWF Tag Team titles. As we now move into the War Zone, Shawn Michaels heads to the ring. Michaels cuts a heel promo on the Canadian fans. Michaels then says that he'll be joining Stone Cold tonight to take on the Hart Foundation in tonight's flag match. Michaels then announces that at SummerSlam, he will be the special referee for the WWF title match between The Undertaker and Bret Hart, adding that if he doesn't call the match down the middle, he won't be able to wrestle in the United States ever again. Next we move backstage as we hear from the Patriot. The Patriot says that he appreciates patriotism in all of its forms, but says that the Canadians shouldn't blind themselves to the actions of the Hart Foundation. We now move to the next match, as the Patriot takes on Hearst Helmsley with Chyna.
So look out, here comes Helmsley. I don't think it's going to be too... It might receive if he made his...
During the match, the Hart Foundation head out as Bret confronts Vince McMahon at the announcer's table. Bret isn't happy with Shawn Michaels being assigned the special referee for his WWF title match against The Undertaker. Bret eventually gets into it with Vince, but the Patriot intervenes and is attacked by the Hart Foundation. Referees and agents head out to separate Bret and Vince. After a commercial break, we head backstage to Paul Bearer. Bearer says that he has proof that Kane is alive, and shows us a figure of some sort. Bearer says that this figure is Kane's half, that only him and The Undertaker share 2 parts of. Bearer then explains that Kane's half is all burnt from the fire, and this is proof that Kane is alive. But JR tells Bearer that he's skeptical, that a burnt figure is proof that Kane is alive. Bearer threatens JR that he would bring Kane here, but it's not something that JR would want to see, as he reminds us of Kane's burnt and disfigured body. Next up, Faarooq with Mustafa is taking on Goldust with Marlena.
I hear you. The action in this match. Just a query at SummerSlam. And then that partiality toward The Undertaker. Third, Shawn's interview. Second rope here.
During the match, Vince leaves the announcer's table and heads to the back, as JR then tells us that it's been reported that the Hart Foundation has attacked Shawn Michaels.
And there's a bulldog in Dream Dusty Rhodes, one of the greatest of all time, and Goldust being, I don't get it. Oh, it's been rather a disconcerting night here. And there is the...
Faarooq hits the Dominator, but the referee disqualifies Faarooq after the outside interference from Mustafa. After a commercial break, we see Shawn Michaels trying to recover after the attack from the Hart Foundation. Michaels isn't happy and goes off on Vince. It's now time for tonight's main event. With Michaels now taken out of the match, the Hart Foundation heads out to the ring. Bret grabs a mic and says that it doesn't appear that this match is moving forward, and plays the Canadian national anthem. Surprisingly, they get all the way through the national anthem, but it appears the flag match is taking place as Stone Cold Steve Austin heads out, followed by his tag team partner, Dude Love.
King can help him out. Eliminating Bret Hart in the corner. Dude Love. And inverted atomic drop. And Austin clothesline over the top. It's not about submissions. It's not about countouts in this one. One of them have got to get up there. Austin up top. It didn't last long, did it? Whoa.
As we return from a commercial break, The Undertaker has joined Dude Love and Austin in this match.
Capture, his country's flag wins it. Whoa! And on 6-man combination. Look at that! Choke slam! Choke slam! What an announcement. Michaels will be the special referee. Hart. Hart clothesline. And, Austin drive it. No matter how long it takes, where's Steve Austin? These two men will face. Tag made, Dude Love, and Austin. The flag, this could be it! All he's got to do, whoa! Oh my gosh! Right here. Look at this. Nice reversal. And a DDT. But the Hart Foundation is going to be in for a rule and Hart down once and for all. Oh, the intertime you do, don't go away. We are death pinfalls, submissions. Just long time, you know. Slam. And what a SummerSlam is going to be. And there's a tag. The tag made. The Hitman. The clothesline around the ring post. And Dude Love prevents him to get the flag. The tag is made. The tag is being champion. And takes him to the lights. Oh. 2 men are tearing each other apart. Look at this. Double clothesline.
Bret and The Undertaker head up towards their respective flags, but Brian Pillman appears from under the ring and trips up The Undertaker, allowing Bret to grab the Canadian flag and claim victory in this flag match. And Raw would end with the Hart Foundation exiting through the Canadian crowd. Before we finish, please comment on your favourite part of the show. Mine was Bret Hart's confrontation with Vince McMahon. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if not, a thumbs down, and I'll see you on the next one.